Your calls of support for the Dove are critical at this time, and you can do so by calling us at 541-776-5368 or go online with your support at theDove.us. Either way is appreciated. Our phone number again is 541-776-5368.
Well, welcome to a special edition of Focus Today, and of course this is our first day of our annual Fall Share-a-thon, where we ask you to prayerfully consider supporting the Dove, whether it's on a monthly basis or a one-time gift. That's between you and the Lord. Our goal over the next 3 days is $98,500, and we're already down to $88,355, so we're off to a good start.
Awesome.
And that's what it takes to fund the Dove, and included in that is the funds to build a big wall around the studio here that has to be done. But folks, I got to tell you that one of the main purposes of the Dove, and I say that sincerely, and I really felt led of the Lord about this many years ago, that we're to come alongside ministries that do things that nobody else does and to partner with them. And we enjoy doing that. We feel called to do that. We're very passionate about that.
Wow.
And one of the key ministries that we've zeroed in on is Foundations for Recovery. Doug Gould's with us today, and I love what this program does.
Thank you.
They got a huge event coming up this weekend. We will talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But Foundations for Recovery, your success rate as a treatment program for folks with addiction has been really phenomenal.
Yeah, right now we're pushing around anywhere from 50 to 55% success rate, which is in the recovery community astronomically high.
Yeah.
But I'm a firm believer that God never passes up on using a hurt in your life to help someone else.
Right.
And all of our volunteer recovery coaches have been there in the world of addiction. And get them healthy and clean, get them transformed, renewed. They have a message to give, and they want to help.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, Doug, how can we help you more, and how have we helped you?
Well, I tell you what, the Dove has just been amazing for us. You know, when I took over the executive director back in March of 2012 after the passing of our late friend Steve, I had no idea what to do at a nonprofit. I kid you not. We had 2 monthly donors at the time. Okay,
I get that.
two. We had two. Yeah, exactly. And I think I was one of them. But anyway, using this avenue through Christian programming really put us over the top in reference to getting the word out to the community. I'm a firm believer that we're all in this thing together.
Right.
And when I took this position, one of our board members, Brad Bills, you know Brad, gave me a book called The Spirituality of Fundraising by Newen.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, it's a big book, it's a little pamphlet.
Yeah.
And one of the things he says in that book is, when you can share with the people that they're not giving because of a need, but they're giving because of a vision, that's when you get them.
Yeah.
Okay? And he goes on in this book and he says, we are all in this thing together. You cannot outgive God.
Yeah.
You can't.
Right.
And so I'm going to tell my friends who are the friends of the foundation, you need to pick up the phone and call today. Support Christian programming in the Dove. Because I tell you what, we're all in this together. And because you've allowed us to be on this program, you've allowed us to get the message out to the community about addiction recovery.
Well, let me take a quick break here. We're going to go to Phone Central, and the phone number is 776-5368. By the way, our goal this hour is 15 calls, and in fact, we're already just getting one now, so we're down to 14 calls.
Perfect.
Just to stay on track. And I got to tell you, partnering with ministries like Doug's, Foundations for Recovery, is the heartbeat of what we do.
Absolutely.
It really is. I can't. Well, let's go to Phone Central. We'll come back and I'll brag on Doug a little bit. Well, wait a minute. I guess we're trying to find somebody over there. Here's the number, 776-5368. This is live television, folks. Mistakes and all. 541-776-5368. There he is. We found him. He was hiding behind the coffee pot. Steve Johnson.
Coffee pot, not hiding behind it. Hey, this is a time when we really need your calls to help us stay on track. 14 calls needed this hour. As you can see, PJ is on the line with one, but we've got other available lines for you, and you can do it real easily. Be on the line on and off in about a minute, minute and a half by calling us at 541-776-5368, or you can go online at theDove.us, and we'll also add you in. But like I said, in the next about 50 minutes, we need roughly 14 calls just to stay on track. So pray about it, and if the Lord leads you, call us now, 541-776-5368.
All right, thank you, Steve. You know, I've been involved in broadcasting one level or another for about 40 years, and the last 30 years here at the Dove.
Wow.
And my training was very weird. It was in Sacramento, and I flew airplanes and did news and sports and all that stuff, and I loved every minute of it. But when God called us to Southern Oregon to take over the Dove, we were a daytime radio station.
Wow.
We had to sign off at sunset. And here we are today. The Lord has used the Dove to increase it with 4 radio stations up and down the coast, 9 translators, and 2 television stations.
Incredible.
So it's growing and growing.
Incredible.
But folks, I got to tell you, the one thing I've learned through these 30 years of doing Christian or faith-based broadcasting, whatever God saves you from,
That's right.
or brings you through, He usually turns you around and makes you a minister too. You want to know what your ministry is? Look where you came from. There's a good chance He's going to use you to go back there
you go.
to bring somebody else. And that's the basis of what you do.
That's what we do at the Foundation for Recovery, exactly. And what I want to tell the people that are watching today, when you give to the Dove, you're actually investing into the Foundation for Recovery, because it's amazing. Because of this programming, it tells someone else about what we do in the ministry. Yesterday, we got a call from a parent who saw us on the Dove. And called another client of the foundation who's in recovery and says to them, I've got a 14-year-old son that's doing heroin.
Whoa.
Now, folks, when you give to the Dove, this is an opportunity for us to take the message of faith-based recovery to our community. You know, and I say to I say to our givers at the foundation, and I say to the Dove, pick up the phone and call. 83 cents a day. 83 cents a day is $25 a month.
Wow.
Okay? Put down the Dutch Bros, put down the Starbucks, pick up the phone and make a pledge. I'm telling you, it's amazing. You can't outgive God.
All right, we have 13 calls left to go. Here's the
Come
number.
on, guys.
541-776-5368. Will you call? 541-776-5368. We love partnering with Doug. When you partner with us, you're helping us partner with Dove. Or with Doug, who is a Dove. And,
exactly.
And the number is 541-776-5368. All right, now I'm going to shift gears for a moment and brag about what you're doing this weekend. I have never seen a faith-based event get the publicity that this one has.
It's cool.
First of all, you got the Guns N' Hoses baseball game, softball game coming up, and then the big event in the park. What's happening?
Well, first of all, let me tell you something. I was a little bit confused earlier in the segment. You said a big sausage was coming on, and I thought that was me. But anyway, let me just tell you what we're doing this weekend, because I got confused there. Wait, the big sausage. Anyway, this coming Friday, the Foundation for Recovery is doing their Drive Out Drugs Recovery Fair. It's free to the public. On Friday night, this Friday, 6 o'clock. I'd get there early because the opening ceremony is 6:30. We have members of the police and fire department playing in a competitive softball game at Fagoni Field. There's raffle prizes, food. It's just a wonderful time to get together. And so that starts at 6:30. I would suggest you get there early. Then on Saturday, we take our festival into Robert Pfaff Park in Central Point, and we have a recovery fair. Music, food vendors, exhibits there. It's a great community effort. We've got some great people coming on board with us to promote this festival. And we've got some great sponsors, and we're looking forward to it. This is exciting.
All right, this, folks, and again, it's happening this weekend. And if you're in the Central Point area, the big event happens at the park right behind the post office.
Exactly.
You can't miss it. Once you're there, you'll see it all. Doug, recovery. What kind of recovery? I mean, we're talking drugs, alcohol, what?
Absolutely, everything.
Everything.
Non-chemical. We do family and marriage counseling. We do addiction recovery, of course. But one of the things, the reason why we're doing this festival, Perry, is because, you know, we've, in the last 2.5 years, since opening doors, actually almost 3 years, we've been doing adult counseling in addiction recovery. We see the overwhelming need now to offer it to our youth. And one of the programs that we have is called Step Up, Speak Out, Stand Firm. Step Up, Speak Out, Stand Firm. And it's our youth mentoring program. So now we're going to start taking addiction recovery mentoring to the youth of our community.
All right, now, how big is this need?
This is incredible.
Did you ever think it was this big of a need in Southern Oregon?
No, I mean it's amazing. In fact, the latest substance abuse mental health numbers out of the state indicates that by a young person reaching the 11th grade, 21 to 25% will be binge drinkers.
By the time they're 11th grade?
In the 11th grade.
Wow.
Okay. By the time they're 8th grade, that's 11%. So these are numbers that are coming out of the state, and we've got to do something.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to change the mentality.
Well, I think the testimony here is that Foundation's recovery running around 53, 54%, and that is a huge number of success compared to other programs, which we're delighted they're there. but to have a success rate in those kind of percentages is phenomenal. So
absolutely.
Pray for these guys.
Amen.
Support these guys. Go to the Guns N' Hoses game Friday night.
Come out to the festival.
Go
Amen.
out to the festival Saturday. It's going to be at the park right behind Central Point. And Doug, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys, and consider it an honor to come alongside.
Thank you. Thank you for supporting us.
All right, here's the number, 541-776-5368. We're down to only 12 more calls this hour. We can do this. Here's the number, 541-776-5368. Will you be the next to call? Give us a buzz.
The Dove is here to help build a wall of faith in your life, no matter how long you've been a listener or viewer of the Dove Radio and TV.
Hi, I'm Jason Atkinson. I'm a board member here at the Dove, and we want to say a special thanks to everyone who has believed in this ministry for the last 30 years. We are finally in a home, and thank you for helping us build this wall.
Through your support of the Dove, we can continue to touch the hearts and minds of those who need to know the saving life of Jesus Christ by building a wall of hope. You can do so by going to our website or by calling 541-776-5368. And thanks for your support.
Hi, I'm Paulina and I work at the Dove TV. Did you know that when you support the Dove TV, you have a profound impact, not only in our community, but around the world? It's your continued support that takes the inspiration and hope in the programs we produce and makes them available to the thousands of people who are watching these videos online every week. Help bring encouragement and hope to our valley and beyond by making a secure online donation today at our website, theDove.us.
Thanks for supporting the Dove during our Fall Share-a-thon. Operators are standing by to take your call at 541-776-5368. Or you can go to our safe and secure website at theDove.us. Our phone number again, 541-776-5368.
Okay, we're back, and Steve Johnston joins me, and again, this hour, we're still looking for about 12 more calls. We can do that, plenty of time, and if you've been praying about supporting the Dove, this is the first day of our annual Share-a-thon, and if you've been praying about joining the team, either on a monthly basis or a one-time gift, give us a call right now. We have 3 lines available. The phone number is 541-776-5368. Again, 541-776-5368. We just had Doug Gould on, Steve, with Foundations for Recovery. One of our visions here is to continue to support other ministries, and we love doing it. You know, we've had them on through all these years, and I just feel really compelled that that's part of our role, to come alongside these ministries that are doing an incredible work in the community, but don't have a voice, and we can help them have a voice.
Well, and I know our desire is that we wish we could be used more for that, because every once in a while there's something that'll be happening and it's like, well, they should have gotten in touch with us, because we'd be happy to be able to let our community know what's going on. So, you know, that whole communication thing these days especially is so important, because there's so many things taking your time, and so you have to put a priority on it. And I think you're right about some of these ministries and organizations and some of the special events they have. We certainly want to be on the leading edge of that, to let our listeners and viewers know what is happening in the community. So you're right, that's been really an ongoing goal that we've had for a long time.
Well, you know, somebody said, well, what is it? What is the vision of the Dove? And that is a great question, and it comes in many forms. And our basic vision is to create more Christian content, broadcast content, whether it's radio or television, that can be used on multiple platforms, whether it's radio, TV, on smartphones, tablets, Roku, satellite, whatever. The demand is there. In fact, I talked to a lot of other broadcast operators. They're just starving for content. They want more things to share. And God has blessed us with this incredible facility. This was one of our great visions, was to have a facility where we could do that. Well, that's been provided for. We have some remodeling to do to make it a little bit more efficient and operating on a whole lot more productive basis. But the bottom line is to produce this content and get it into other facilities and get it on other platforms. Why? Let me just share with you this. This is unbelievable. This just came this morning, okay? Somebody watching the YouTube video, Steve, that I do with Patrick Doyle. As you know, Patrick's on, and we do a variety of topics. And when he's on, I would say, within days later, we've had quite a few hits on the website, people going to the YouTube, rewatching this. I don't know where this came from, and I won't mention the name, but here's what happened. They watched the YouTube video that Patrick and I did on emotional abuse. And here's what they said. You have given me inspiration. I'm 61 years old, and I have left my husband and an abusive relationship. Thanks. I needed the confirming help that I did the right thing after he locked me out of the house on Mother's Day because I wanted to go visit my daughter.
Wow.
I mean, that's a heart-wrenching story. But you don't know where this content's going to go. The Lord dropped in my heart several years ago Romans 10:20. And actually that scripture is found 2 places in the Bible. It's also found in Isaiah chapter 65. And Paul repeats it in Romans chapter 10, verse 20. And here's what it says. I was found by those who weren't seeking me, and I manifested myself to those who didn't ask. Now, how does that happen? How does that happen? It happens by God using the content of the dove, matching it with the person's need at the right time. Our vision is to be there at the right time, whether it's for you or anybody else. That's our vision.
Yeah. And you know how we can go about doing this? We've mentioned this before, but now we've got the place where we actually physically can do this. And if you ever want somebody to fix your computer, you find your 10-year-old son or grandson, and they'll probably be able to fix it. I mean, we found that it's a generational thing where the younger generation now can do so much because the equipment is available, it's easy, it's also very professional looking. And I know one thing, Perry, that you've had on your heart is to have the internship program that the Dove has, and we're going to be talking more about that. But what is cool about this is I would love to be able to have an internship type of a program that the Dove is involved in, and I think we can do this, okay? This is in the kind of the thought planning stages now, where I would love to have like a video festival where people can show their videos that they have worked on with us as certain guidelines that maybe in their classroom, in their audiovisual different classes that they would have. Because here's what you can do. You can either complain that Hollywood is just producing a lot of trash you don't want to see, or you can inspire those kids who are going to be the next generation of Hollywood producers who have a Christian worldview to be able to go in and infiltrate and do that. I think we have just seen how the Bible series on cable has had such a huge draw, and it's the old stories that some of us know about Noah, Abraham, Moses, you know, but some people have never heard of this before. And I think what's cool about this is if we can be a part with the Dove, and your support is definitely needed to make this happen, then what we can do is train up these children in the way they should go, and when they are old, they won't depart from it. You know, it's a very biblical thing. Because video and audio and multimedia is where the future is to inspire people. We've seen it done for good and for bad, and the Dove wants to be a part of inspiring it for the next generation. And I'll tell you, Perry, I don't think anybody else is really doing this. No. We know that Lauren Cunningham is kind of working on this in Hawaii. Yeah. But we can do that here in our own area.
Well, folks, that's the vision. And, you know, I believe that media is the mission field to reach America. I truly believe that. We're reaching people that will otherwise never go to church, otherwise would never come across a dial any other way by just surfing across the dial and catch us. Yeah. There's a reason why the Dove received the Television Station of the Year twice from the NRB. It's because we're different. We're just different. We're looking at we're looking at media as a mission field to reach as many people as we can. That's the vision. Right. Will you join us? Will you support that vision? We need at least 12 people here in the next half hour or so to call and let us know that you're going to support us and be with us and help us. It's more than supporting. You're actually joining us. You've become a partner. You're linked in with us. And if you feel led to do that, we have the lines available right now. Here's the phone number, 541-776-5368. 541-776-5368. 12 people, Steve, we can do that, can't we?
Yeah, we can. We certainly do. And we've got, like you say, the telephone operators. I think we have somebody in Telephone Central who can kind of give us an update on that.
Is he there? Is Jim there? Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let's go to Phone Central.
All right. Well, thank you, Steve. Yeah, well, we want to, first of all, give thanks to some folks who have made calls this morning, and we have lines open right now to take your call. We are looking for 15 callers this hour to keep on pace during our fall share-a-thon. And right now, just call us at 541-776-5368. We have Denise, PJ, and Robin, all three here, ready for you. I want to say thanks to, we had somebody call in this morning whose wife is in the hospital. but wanted to take time out of his busy schedule to let us know that he'll be making a $100 gift. So thank you for that. We know that there are people who have been a part of the team for a while, and we had a renewal from Central Point, and caller says, thank you so much for all that you do. And then also a $250 gift from a radio listener in Medford who says that they really enjoy listening to the Dove. So why don't you give us a call right now? Again, the number to call, 541-776-5368. It's quick, it's convenient, and Paula, Robin, and Denise have all given of their morning to be right here because they want to be a part of the team too. Won't you join us?
All right, it's pretty simple. 541-776-5368. And again, about 12 more calls needed this hour. Will you be the next one to call? And when you join the team, you're helping us do exactly what the vision is all about, what the mission is all about. And it's kind of multi-purpose. You know, the other day somebody was asking me, what's the one thing you do? Well, there isn't one thing we do. We do a lot of things. And part of it is developing the content and using media as a tool to reach as many people as we can. The other one is partnering with all of these ministries that need a voice and need a face. Our job, we feel, and part of our calling is to help them. But most of all is we trust God to take the content and match it with the person's need at the right time. Ask yourself this, when you're listening or watching the Dove, how often have you come there and it was the right thing at the right time? Oh, yeah. It was the right song, it was the right feature, it was the right report, maybe it was the right interview, whatever it is. Well, multiply that by thousands, and that's what's happening. And folks, we can't be on the air without your support. It doesn't work. It won't happen. It's as simple as that. 86% of our budget is made up from viewers and listeners just like you. So here's the phone number, 541-776-5368. We have a few lines available. Will you be the next to call? Or if it's easier for you, you can go online at theDove.us. Right at the top of the page, you'll see two buttons. One is called Help Build the Wall, if you want to give a one-time gift to help us build the wall around the studio, or support the Dove. Either way, you can click on either one of those buttons and you can reach us there. Again, 541-776-5368 or online at theDove.us.
Hello. My name is Todd Friel, host of Wretched TV, and I would like to share with you an entirely unemotional plea to support the Dove Network. Please. Oh, please. The polar bears, they're gonna die. We might actually have global warming if you don't support the Dove Network. Our nation, it's gonna go into debt. It's already in debt! You see my point here? Please, oh great, please support the Dove Network if you have the means. You know they've been reliable, they've been trustworthy throughout the years. At this time, let's come together to support our friends at the Dove Network.
Support the Dove now by going to theDove.us or call us at 541-776-5368. And thanks.
Hi, I'm Daniel and I work at the Dove TV. You know, compared to Portland, Seattle, and LA, Medford might be considered a small market, but at the Dove, we're excited about the opportunity to make a big impact right here in our community. And you help make that happen. Did you know that more than 90% of our income comes from people like you? You can help us now by making a secure online donation at our website, theDove.us, or by phoning 541-776-5368.
Your support of the Dove is appreciated during our Fall Share-a-thon. You can go to our website and support the Dove anytime at theDove.us, or you can call right now at 541-776-5368. There's someone to take your call right now at 541-776-5368.
Well, the phones have been ringing. Thank you for those calls, and we have a couple of lines still available. The phone number is at we just said there is 541-776-5368. You can call now. We'll have you on and off the phone in just a matter of moments. Again, 541-776-5368. Well, you know, in life, every once in a while, you have the opportunity that turns into a high honor of meeting somebody that you just have a kinship with, and you automatically realize that this person is a real asset in your life. And that is the case when I first met Dr. Gene Getz. I only wish that when I was going to Bible college, I was sitting at his feet, learning from him. He is a Bible college professor, and anyway, he is the editor now of a tool, a resource that I think is one of the greatest things that has ever come about. It's called the Life Essential Study Bible. Now, there's a lot of Bibles out there. We all know that. But what makes this one so special is that it has over 1,500 QR codes from Genesis to Revelation. And if you have a QR reader on your phone or on your tablet, you can run your QR reader over one of these codes throughout all the books of the Bible, and Dr. Gene Getz will pop up and give you a personal, anywhere from 5 to 10, 15-minute Bible study on that particular principle and portion of Scripture. And so we're delighted to have with us Dr. Gene with us today. How you doing, friend?
Well, I'm doing great. Hey, I've been trying to get my song and dance routine ready after having seen that previous video.
Well, I think we need to get that guy into counseling. Todd Friel, yeah, he's interesting.
Well, hey, it's great to be with you, and boy, thank God for your ministry.
Well, thank you, Gene, for yours. And I got to tell you, the time that we have been on the air together, I've had more people now buy this Bible and thank me for mentioning. I was standing in line at Costco about a month ago, and a lady came up to me. She says, "You don't know me, but I watch you on the Dove every morning." And she said, "I finally went out and got one of those Bibles because we're traveling, and I wanted to be able to have a Bible study while I travels." And so she went out and bought it. She just loves it. How'd this come about? I think there's a real story here and how the Lord got you into this.
Well, it was unexpected. 10 years ago, when I was passing my baton of leadership as far as being a senior pastor, I got a call from Broadman and Holman, and they just completed their new Holman Christian Standard Bible, which I knew was coming, and I loved their translation philosophy, the friendliness of the NIV, the literalness of the King James, leaning towards a literal translation. And they just simply said, "Gene, would you do a Principles to Live By study Bible from Genesis to Revelation?" And it was just that moment in my life, you know, as you mentioned earlier on the show when you were talking, that God does things at special moments. And that, I think, was a moment for me that turned into a 7-year project where I actually worked through the whole Bible and embedded right in the biblical text 1,500 principles to live by. And then, as you know, as a media guy, the miracle of what happened, in the sense that towards the end of the project, here comes YouTube online and QR code technology, being able to access video from these QR codes, and there are 1,500 QR codes with the 1,500 principles. And fortunately, I had been videotaping in a high-quality approach just to put it on the web during that whole 7-year process. So it was just a miracle of God that when it came off the press, that the teaching, the videos, then would become available anywhere in the world where you have an internet connection. So, you know, it's a God thing, and to me, Perry, it is so encouraging to be with you once a month, and your encouragement, your excitement about the Bible, both personally and being able to get other people into it, really, of course, that really corresponds with the purpose of the Dove, and why people should support the Dove. And that is that you really do want to get the Word of God into the hearts and lives of people. And you've given me an opportunity once a month to sit here in Dallas and talk about principles from that Bible. And so that's been an encouragement to me, personally, to our ministry. And as I thought about that, I thought, wow, this is our opportunity to minister to you, because that's a biblical principle. Mm-hmm. You know, you talk about principles. I was thinking about this morning that you've given me an opportunity and our ministry an opportunity. And Paul says that when we've been ministered to, we should minister back to others. That's one of the motivations for giving. Mm-hmm. Plus to be an encourager.
Wow.
You know, yeah. Barnabas, they even changed his name to a son of encourager because he was a generous person. So That's why we would like to be an encouragement to you.
Well, you are.
And of course, you know what that is. I don't know whether you want me to explain it or...
No, go ahead. Yeah, you're doing a good role here.
Okay. Well, as I was thinking about this, what our ministry would like to do is to give you, the Dove, 10 copies of the Life Essentials Study Bible, the soft cover, the tabbed version of the Bible, for you, in turn, then, to make it available to your listeners for a donation towards the Dove. And I think you have a plan,
yes,
which I think is kind of exciting. So I'm going to sign the 10 copies and send them to you as our gift to your ministry. In turn, I'd like for that to be a gift to others who can support the Dove, and so it can become a mutual ministry all the way around.
What we decided to do with this, folks, if you pray about it, if you give $1,000 to the Dove, we're going to send you one of these Life Essential Bibles autographed by Gene. By the way, I have the soft-covered one here. It's this one, including the tabs. It's a beautiful, I mean, look, the Bible doesn't cost $1,000, but it's worth millions of dollars. And it's our way of saying thank you. And so if the Lord's leading you to do $1,000, we're going to send this to you, and Gene's going to sign it. And I'm telling you something. This is one of the great resources of our day. It fits so much the Dove vision of being media missionaries. Gene, we really feel called to the Lord to be media missionaries. And what you do, what God's called you to do, fits that so well, because it takes one of those media devices to activate, and all of a sudden you're like a little, well, pardon the pun, a little genie.
Yeah, that comes from your creative team.
And he pops up on a video, and he teaches you for the next several minutes about that particular Bible principle. Let me break away. We'll come right back. Gene's with us. We're going to go over to Phone Central because we do need some calls here. And by the way, if the Lord's leading you, pray about it. And if you want to do $1,000, we're going to send you this Bible as a way of saying thank you. So, Paulina, you're over there. What's happening over there?
Well, it's quiet. There are no phone calls, but we're waiting for you guys to wake up. It's time to call, and we have 3 lines available, 541-776-5368. I have a couple of people I do want to thank that already gave us a call this morning. Someone from Medford with a $100 donation, and this is what they said. The Dove reaches a lot of people they love, and that they make those people feel like being a part of a mission giving, exactly what Gene just was talking about, giving back when you've been blessed by God. And then we had another caller from Medford with a $500 donation. Thank you so much for that. So again, a quick reminder of it's not really a challenge, but it is a challenge. Gene Getz will bless 10 of you who can give $1,000 or more towards this project of building the wall or the operations of the Dove ministry. If you've been blessed by God and you have the resources and you've been feeling like maybe this is the right time to give $1,000 or more, as a thank you gift, we'll send you one of the Life Essential Study Bibles.
Well, thank you, Paulina. And again, whatever the Lord's leading you to do, I only ask 2 things when you support the Dove. Number 1, that God's calling you to do it. Number 2, it's a joy for you to do it. Now, don't take from your church or any other ministry the Lord has you involved in. Your support goes there first. But if the Lord's calling you to be a part of this team and support what we're doing as media missionaries and reaching out, then you give us a call no matter what the amount is. But if you can do $1,000, we're going to send you a copy of this Bible, and it's beautiful. I'm telling you, this thing is an incredible resource. You know, Gene, I have to tell you, I get called on once in a while to do funerals and memorials of listeners who, for whatever reason, they got kind of dropped through the cracks, and their only connection to a church or anything spiritual is through the Dove. So the family will call, and I'll go do the service. And sometimes those are tough to do. And I had one of those a couple of months ago, and I picked up your Bible, and I ran over to Romans, and I got one of your, and I was just happened to be there on a normal Bible study of my own. And it spoke to me so deeply. Out of that, I was able to get the message that I needed for that moment to minister to that family. And I want to say to pastors, if you have a dry moment, here's your healing. It's a terrific source as you have all these QR codes. So it's got a lot of applications, and you may want to consider that. The other thing about it, Gene, is that you're going through and redoing these, and people won't know it, but you're freshening them up, aren't you?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm just concluding the book of Psalms. And by the way, I'm just reviewing the principles at the end of Psalms after the songs of ascent. And the book of Psalms ends with these psalms of praise and thanksgiving. And it's been blessing my heart as I've been going back and reviewing. But what we're doing basically technologically is upgrading all of the videos. We just replaced them on the web and doing them all in high definition. And hopefully I'm doing a better job the second time around. And so we're upgrading it. And it'll probably take another 4 years, Lord willing, to finish the project. But it's an ongoing thing, and updating it. And by the way, Perry, I was just thinking while Paulina was talking, that even if people have given before, I'm sure it would be fine if they just add to their gift to total it out to $1,000.
Sure. Yeah, you bet.
Just for example, someone gave $500 and they really have the resources to do it. Just give another $5, and wow, I'd love to bless them through you.
Yeah.
And that I'd love to personalize it in a special way.
All right. Well, again, there's the challenge, and we'll be telling you about this throughout the day. But, Gene, thank you so much. By the way, this tool is not only great for you, and maybe you want to give it as a gift to a friend. You can go to lebible.com. No, wait a minute, excuse me. Your new website is bibleprinciples.com, or .org.
.org.
Yeah,
right.
bibleprinciples.org, and you can get the Bible there and take a look at it. But this is also being used to teach English, I understand.
Well, yeah, basically what's happening is that because people can get these anywhere in the world, they can watch these videos and learn English. Read the Bible and brush up on their English because they hear the Bible taught in English.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Gene. We love you guys, love your ministry. Thanks for partnering with us. Thanks for your generosity.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to have you back. We'll do another Bible study soon.
I'm looking forward to it. God bless you, my friend.
God bless you. All right, here's the phone number. We still have 11 calls to go. The phone number is 541-776-5368. Only do what the Lord's leading you to do. We have 2 lines open for your call. The number is 541-776-5368.
Building a wall of faith. It's an important factor for Dove listeners and viewers like Gary Smith.
I moved here in '96, and I was looking for a station similar to Calvary Chapel Station. I think it was called K-Wave down in San Diego. And I ran across it on the radio, and I've been listening to it ever since, so just about 18 years. It's truly a Christian or a Christ-based channel. And the one thing that it draws to me as well, there's no phoniness about it. You know what I mean? It's not like you're trying to hype something. You're just speaking the truth about God's Word, and it seems like it's part of the makeup of the staff, and it's part of the makeup of what the channel is all about, and it's the foundation of what the channel is all about, is the Holy Spirit and God. There's always something I feel like I need to listen to. It's odd. It's like it just seems like it's for me.
We hope you view the programming on the Dove for you as well. It's why we do what we do. Support the Dove now by going to theDove.us or call us at 541-776-5368. And thanks.
Hi, I'm Paula, and I work at the Dove TV. Every day we get letters and emails from people who've been encouraged, blessed, and challenged by the programs on the Dove TV. But we couldn't do it without you. Did you know that more than 90% of our income comes from people like you? You can help us continue to bring inspiration and hope to our community by making a secure online donation at our website, theDove.us, or call us at 541-776-5368.
Your calls of support for the Dove are critical at this time, and you can do so by calling us at 541-776-5368 or go online with your support at theDove.us. Either way is appreciated. Our phone number again is 541-776-5368.
Okay, we're back, and this is the first day of our annual Fall Share-a-thon here at the Dove, and we're broadcasting live from our new home, which we couldn't be more thrilled than to be in this place after 30 years of renting. God has provided literally a miracle for us to have our own permanent home, and it's a tool to do more what God has called us to do in the way of program content, student training, all of those things that we're very passionate about. And believe me, we are thrilled, and this is a very exciting day to be here. And our goal for this Fall Share-a-thon is $98,500. That's what's needed to fund the Dove, and included in that are the funds needed to build a big wall all the way around the television studio. And if you're watching on the Dove TV, you can kind of see a little bit of a computer mock-up of what we have to do. This isn't any ordinary wall. This is what they call a double-studded soundproof wall, which we have to do. And what makes this wall very unique and challenging, it's about 26 feet tall because we're in a very tall building. Somebody said, well, why don't you just put a mezzanine or drop the ceiling down? Well, in a television studio, you want tall ceilings so that you can do more things in the way of lighting and things like that. So it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So part of our goal is to raise the funds to build that wall. And so if you've been thinking about it and praying about it and you've got the letter in the mail and you kind of get a feel for what's going on, we need to hear from you. And we'd love to hear from you. We only need 10 more calls here in the next few moments, and I believe we can do that. The phone number is 541-776-5368. Now, not everybody can do it, but some can give $1,000. And Dr. Gene Getz, who we just had on, is the editor of this incredible Bible called the Life Essential Bible, which has 1,500 QR codes in it from Genesis to Revelation. And a QR code is something that if you get a QR reader on your smartphone or your tablet, and you can run it over where the QR code is in the Bible, and up pops a video, and Gene is there giving you anywhere from a 5 to 10 minute Bible study on that particular portion of Scripture. It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. A lot of times I fall into bed at night and I'm tired and I just don't have the energy to do a big Bible study. And I'll just take my phone and run it over a portion of Scripture where there's a QR code, and I'll sit there on my phone and I'll watch Gene give me a personal Bible study. This thing is terrific. Anyway, so if you have the means and you can do 1,000 or more, we're going to send you an autographed copy of that from Gene himself. Well, Paulina, we're down to a few moments left. We have only 9 calls to go. We can do this.
Good, and we do want you to call us. We have Steve Johnson that we're going to get a quick update from in the Phone Central in a second, but let me read you this letter. It was addressed to the Call to Worship program. Yeah. Your program is very, very special. I set my alarm to get up when it starts. I love the music, devotionals, and psalms. My Sunday starts off in the best way possible. The only problem is the hour goes by too fast. So this listener loves Call to Worship. And what is your favorite program? Is it Wretched TV? Maybe you like listening to Ravi Zacharias on the radio. Let us know what it is that you love about the Dove and give us a call right now, 541-776-5368.
By the way, Call to Worship is hosted by us, and we distribute it nationwide. It's on over 300 radio stations nationwide, and it comes right out of the Dove right here. So if you're a Call to Worship listener and you enjoy that, that is something we're producing right here at the Dove. All right, let's go to Phone Central. Mr. Steve Johnson's over there. We got a few moments left. We're down to 9 calls. Steve, what's going on, big guy?
Well, thank you, Perry. I'm here with Robin, PJ, and Ariana, and they are ready to take your call because, as you mentioned, we have 9 calls that are needed to stay on track this hour. In 6 minutes, we can do it. It just means you have to call. It's pretty simple. 541-776-5368, or you can go online at thedove.us. I want to thank Jacqueline from Medford. She called in just a few minutes ago with a monthly faith promise to support the Dove. It's really up to you. Pray about it and whatever the Lord leads you. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Also, Linda called and said she's giving the $1,000 to get the Gene Getz special Bible you talked about. Yeah. And she says she likes teaching programs in Charles Stanley. You know, when you call in, tell us what it is about the Dove TV, radio, music, whatever it might be, news, that you appreciate on the Dove. Let us know. It kind of lets us keep in track with what it is that really floats your boat from a spiritual standpoint. So call us now. We have just a few minutes, 6 minutes, and we'd like to get your call, 541-776-5368, or go online at thedove.us. That's what's happening here at Telephone Central.
All right, thank you, Steve. So we're down to 9 calls here in the next few moments. We can do this. We will be going into normal programming, and we have a very special program coming up at 1 o'clock this afternoon on the Dove radio and TV, okay? So that's Pacific time. Wherever you're watching or listening, that's Pacific time. I think you're not going to want to miss that. So join us for a special edition coming up at 1 o'clock this afternoon. But folks, Gene Getz, the editor of this Bible called the Life Essential Bible, has been very, very generous. Now, these things are expensive Bibles. They're very expensive. Now, they don't cost $1,000. They don't cost that. They're worth a whole lot more than that, but they don't cost that. It's his way of saying thank you for supporting the Dove. So he put out the challenge. So apparently we have 9 left. He's given us 10, so we have 9 left. If you can do $1,000 or more to help the Dove build the wall and move the Dove forward, he's going to personally autograph one of these and send it to us, and we'll send it to you. And it's beautiful, isn't it?
And you've mentioned it, Gene said it, some of us were blessed beyond what we've ever expected. And for some people, $1,000 is a lot. For some people, it's still a lot, but it's doable. And maybe it's something that you've been praying for and praying about. And maybe for you, $1,000 will be a way that you can give back to this community, give back to someone who is needing the Dove right now, because every donation that we get goes towards us moving forward, and pushing the message of Jesus Christ. So it's not about us having a great studio and a nice looking wall and a quiet set. That's not it. All we do here is proclaim the good news and try to get this message out, because there are so many hurting people out there who need help.
Well, that's the bottom line. It's not about walls or buildings. Those are tools. It's about the gospel. And we're living in a day, let's face it, have you ever seen anything more crazy than the world we're living in now? I mean, it's crazy. The weather patterns are crazy. Political things are crazy. Terrorism's crazy. The economy's crazy. I mean, it's just, whoever thought we would live to see this day. Is it an end time? It very well could be. I mean, God only knows. But I'll tell you one thing, it has produced an incredible opportunity to get the gospel out. More people are open to listening to the gospel. They've tried everything else, it's not working. Man has failed at everything. They're thinking, well, let's give this Christian thing a try. So they tune into the Dove and they listen in the privacy of their car or their home or their iPad or their phone or whatever, and they start to investigate, what does the Bible actually have to say? What is this thing called Christianity all about? And I'm telling you, the fields are white unto harvest. And we believe that the mission field in America is media. And even this Bible has a media component in it. It's called a QR code. And it's another way to reach people. So when you support the Dove, you're helping us do that. You're a part of it. You link arms, lock arms with us, and you're helping us get the gospel out. So if you've been praying about it, we'd love to hear from you. In the next few moments, the phone number is 541-776-5368, 541-776-5368. And
you can also go online to theDove.us, and you can leave your donation there. It's secure, it's safe, so theDove.us is another way if you want to donate.
All right, well, will you be the next to call?
Would like to hear.
And be a part of what the Lord is telling you to do and be a part of. And you can give us a call, 541-776-5368. And don't forget, if the Lord has blessed you and you're able, we have 9 of these left for somebody that can do $1,000 or more. We're going to send you a Bible at Gene's expense.
And 1 o'clock. We have a special show today. 1 o'clock.
I'm reading. Okay, 1 o'clock. I didn't know when we had any. 1 o'clock. Hey, join us at 1. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think this place is going to come alive like it's never been before, and you're not going to want to miss it. Okay, coming up at 1 o'clock this afternoon. All right. Again, you can go online or give us a call right now. We have a couple lines available. The phone. Oh, we only need 9 more calls. We can do that. Hop on the phone right now, 776-5368, or online at theDove.us, and then be a part of it and let us know what the Lord is leading you to do in supporting the Dove. And again, thank you to those of you who've already called and participated. We're already 12% at our goal, so we're off to a great start on this first day, and we'd love to hear from you. Again, the phone number is 541-776-5368, or if it's easier for you, go online at theDove.us. Stick around, good programming coming your way.
Hi, I'm Jim, and I work at the Dove TV. Every weekday between 6 and 8 a.m., our award-winning news and sports team bring you the best morning show around. It's live, it's honest, and it's a whole lot of fun. And you help make it happen. Did you know that more than 90% of our income comes from people like you? You can help us continue to air local programs that share your voice by making a secure online donation at our website, theDove.us.